Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha, Rekak, Radash, Ma'amak. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and their elders. Double honors to my elder as well, Ahar Wan Ban Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Hotwafim, and children that believe in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Hapatah. All right, and this is Brother Athanyala back to another lesson in Yahweh Ratazah is edifying, you know. This ABC News, and as you can see and read, all right, or have heard already, today's news in regards to YouTube and even more crackdowns in regards to their policies and deleting channels, and we coming down to the wire, man. You know, the end of the grace period is ending. And it reads, Russia threatens to block YouTube as confrontation with Google escalates. Right, because we know YouTube is ran by Google. All right. And Russia is even mad because you have reports that YouTube took down RT channels, which a lot of the brothers, you know, we're fully aware of RT, a news alternative site, you know, that's overseas, mainly in Russia, that puts out good information, you know, truthful type news, you know, that kind of contradicts the news that we are giving here on this side in America, you know, because that's pretty much a weapon, you know. One of Esau's devices and one of his weapons is the media. All right, and we find that in 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11, how we are not to be ignorant to his devices, because he has many. All right, he's a diabolical demon. He's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right, but basically just goes into how Russia's state censor has threatened to block YouTube in the country in retaliation for the Google-owned video platform deleting 2 German language channels belonging to the funded broadcaster RT for allegedly publishing misinformation. All right, so they took down RT News, what's the names, you know? Hey, but hey, you know, hey, the work is done. The truth is told, man. You know, the people who have watched those RT videos just as well as they have listened and watched the prophets, man. You know, as you have seen your teachers, man, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, Tahar on down, man, the various elders and camps with the like doctrine. All right, you know, you're left without excuse, you know. And I'm gonna get that in Romans 1 and 20, I believe. You know, it talks about how the Lord is that power, man, that Godhead, you know, that you can't deny or resist, man, because the evidence is all around you. And it's Romans chapter 1 verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. Right. You know, our elder like to ask us what came first, the chicken or the egg, you know. So that's that evidence, man. You know, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak, of that there is a power that's above the creature, man. You know, humanity, man. There is a power, man. There's a Godhead, all right? And his name is Yahweh. And his only begotten son is Yahweh Shai, man. They're the so-called black men from the tribe of Judah, all right? There'll be so-called Negroes today, all right? So the evidence is clearly seen. So, the ball is in your court, whether you want to believe or not, man. But Romans 3 and 3 says, for what if they some did not believe, man? It doesn't matter, all right? Being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Right, you're without excuse, man. You're without excuse. You know that, the Lord is a so-called black man, you know, due to his prophets being set up throughout the four corners of the earth, all right, and highways and byways, they're giving you that truth, giving you that knowledge and wisdom, all right? But 2/3 of our people, all right, and the wicked, you other heathen nations, all right, you like to deny it, man. You like to say color don't matter. You like to say things don't matter, which they do, you know, all to take away from the power of the one and true power, man, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, but you left without excuse, you know, that you know that he exists. You know that he is, man. You know, whether you want to wrap your head around it or not, whether you've been given the gift of faith to believe it or not. And it's verse 21, because that when they knew God, right, they glorified him not as God. Right, man. If Yahweh Shai was to walk the earth again, you'll crucify, you'll try to put him to death again, man. That's why he said he's not going to meet thee as a man, man. Because 2/3 of our own people are try to crucify Yahweh Shai again, just as well as the heathen, man. Because they love this place. They love the ways of this world, man. The philosophies of this world, man. But hey, guess what, man? This place is coming to an end. All right, the folly, the mirth, all right, it's coming to an end of this place. From now, I want to go to the point in Romans 1:20 is, hey, that you have no excuse, man. And ultimately, hey, they don't worship God as he's to be worshipped, man. They don't even know who he is. They have made their God the God of this world, man. Esau, the devil. All right, and it's woe to them who run to Egypt for help, man. Who make this place a covering. This is Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Right. You look at the way this place is set up with police. The teeth, the policy upholders here in this system. All right. You look at how it's set up, you feel protected. You feel like, you can get on 911, and especially with women. You can get on the phone and call 911 and think, hey, things will be at ease or at peace. Hey, but we're coming into times where, hey, 911 is not going to be able to help you, man. People are going to take matters into their own hands, man. Prophesied in the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, all right, and chapter 16, all right. How the men, the people are not going to regard their kings nor princes, man. The people that are in authority, man, they're not going to regard them, all right. So woe to them who go down to Egypt for help, man, and woe represents destruction. Who rely on this system, who made this system and this world philosophies their rest. It's woe unto them. Woe represent destruction, man. And ultimately they trust in that, and they trust in the power of this system, man. But ultimately the power of this system is brought down. It's low. It's broken, man. The hammer is broken. Because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Right, because the Holy One of Israel, the God of heaven and earth, resides so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. He's the God of Israel, man, and none else. All right. That's why he chastised his people, man. He's bringing this destruction upon the earth and this test upon the earth, to try his people, man, to try their way. All right. And separate, and ultimately the sift, man, to separate the sheep from the goat. All right. So, woe to them who run down to Egypt for help, man. And ultimately put this place as their rest, who made the God of this world their God, their power, who run after the philosophies and the ways of this world, man. The scriptures speak on give wine to a man who's ready to perish, man. And that's Proverbs 31. And I'll start at verse 4. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Forget the law. Totally crucify the Lord afresh daily, man. Continually adding sin to sin. Forgetting their crib. Jake is a total jackass, man. Don't know his heritage, his identity. Don't know anything, But he know bullshit and party. He know mirth, He know folly. He know iniquity, Verse 6: Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, man. And that drinking is that wine, man. The philosophies, man. You know, the wayward doctrines and the ways of life. You know, the philosophies of the ways of life are how to live in this society, man. You know, which is wicked. You know, which is not of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. It's not of righteousness, man. You know, so give strong drink to him that is ready to perish, man. And that's why you see 2/3 of our people, just as in the days of Noah, man. You know, living it up. You know, having no thought in their subconscious of how they was locked down just a couple months ago. You know, they couldn't do anything. They were helpless. You know, they couldn't make their own decisions damn near, you know. But now they up in a Murphy spirit, just living it up, man. Back to folly they go, you know. So is the Lord doing that to you, man. The Lord is doing that to 2/3 of our people, man, because ultimately that grace period is ending, man. You know, that grace period is coming to a close. You know, so he's giving strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, man. And wine unto those that be of heavy hearts, you know. From there, I want to get Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. You know, and that spiritual tabernacle is being rebuilt over again. All right, we just went into that. We had that lesson a couple weeks ago, you know, in regards to that spiritual tabernacle of King David, man. You know, and King David is going to rule under Yahweh Shai in the kingdom, man. You know, King David, who is Peter, who is Moses, okay? He's going to rule under Yahweh Shai in the kingdom, man. You know, and that spiritual tabernacle is being built all over again through the Spirit. You know, not by 501c3 charters, but through the Spirit, all right? Starting with that foundation, man, Apostle Tahar, all right? The apostles and on down, man, you know? And those of the 100% truth, the light doctrine, you know? So, it's being built up, and the elect is gathering together, man, and is being sealed, you know? And once it is sealed, it's Revelation 7, man, all hell breaking loose, all right? And close up the breaches thereof. And it's back in Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this, man. The Lord doeth this, man. So it's coming to a time where the Lord is going to get ready to render judgment, man, upon you heathens, man, and put you in your proper perspective, man, your proper position of servitude, man, you know, of servitude, man. And as far as Edom, served slavery for 1,000 years and being eradicated, man. No more of you, you know. But the point there is in verse 11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, which is the Lord has done, and he's doing now, all right? And he's sifting, all right, his house, right? So that tabernacle, continue to stand, man, and it flourish, man, and ultimately it's gonna be sealed, man. You know, it's gonna be sealed by the Lord closing up the breaches, man. You know, and that's the point. You know, the breaches are closing, man. You know, the grace period is ending, man, as we have talks of war, all right? The continuing Cold War, all right, that has yet to end, right? Russia alliance with China, Korea, right? Forming alliances with these other nations, right? China is being set up as the new economical, financial, you know, like the European Union, so to speak. They're being set up as the financial part of this new world, this new system, man. This new global reset system. All right, the NWO. Okay. You know, as America once played, man. China is being set up to be in that stead. All right. as Russia is set up and moving towards being the muscle, all right, the military might, you know, the NATO form, all right. And back to that article as how the breaches are closing, man, and how YouTube put that policy update, and they're going to be deleting pages, all right, and taking them down. Just to water down truth, all right. So the only way you get any type of information is from them, the damn devil, you know. So Russia is threatening to block YouTube, as is other nations that use that site, that domain, other than you Americans, man. You know, you Americans use it for straight folly, you know. So it's all about free media, you know, and them putting a lockdown and the chains on what's being said, you know. You no longer have a freedom of speech here in America, all right. They're doing away with the Constitution day by day, all right, with these with the color of law. You know, when you think of the color of law, it's pretty much law that is made up along the way. You know, common law is the base of the law. You know, when you think of common law, which stems from the scriptures, you know, because every courtroom has the KJV, the King James Bible, man. You know, every president is sworn in on that on the King James book, 1611, preferably, as the last two presidents read out of the Apocrypha, being Trump and Obama. So Russia threatens to block YouTube. YouTube is doing their thing, because Esau knows he has a short time, man. You know, it's coming to an end. All right, and that grace period is closing. I want to get Ecclesiastes 7. And I'll start at verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Right, man. You know, it's better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting, man. Because those who are in the house of mourning right now, and they have made the Lord their refuge, their strong tower, right? Their stay there, their resting place, right? Their covering. They're going to be good in the latter end, man. The scriptures say that when famine and destruction come, they're going to laugh, man. It's Job 5. And 21. Well, I'll start at verse 20. In famine, he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. And that's those who have made the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua their refuge. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh, man. We ain't gonna be afraid of destruction when it cometh. This verse 22, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man. Right, because the animal of the fields go be in league with thee, man. We're gonna be given the power, man. You know, the spirit, the covering, man. You know, to not be touched in that day, man. You know, we're gonna be hid from the scourge of the tongue. We're not gonna be afraid of the destruction when it cometh, man. The scriptures say, we shall laugh, man. But those who deny the Lord, who don't want to listen and hearken to the Lord's men, all right, his message, all right, his setup that has been set up to warn the people of this day that is coming upon us, that we're closing in upon. All right, this is gonna be their this is Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore, it's Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I call, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes. Right. Continue to add sin to sin. Don't have no type of remorseful feeling about yourself to return back, repent, and kiss the son lest he be angry, man. You know, try to do things to the best. Hey, keep the law to the best of your ability, man. You know, and worship the Lord in spirit and in truth, and use those rightful and truthful names, man. Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh being he is, and Yahweh Shai being Yahweh being he is or he exists, or Yahweh Shai being he is the deliverer, man. He delivers, you know. Who the world calls God in hell Zeus, all right? And this verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, man. Right? Because you denied what was for your benefit, you know? This ultimately has became a snare unto you, man. A trap, all right? A judgment for you. Because you denied the Lord's men. You denied his word. You denied the Lord, man, ultimately. Because when you deny his men, you deny him, and you deny the one who sent him, which is Yahweh. It's that chain of command, you know? So back in Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and I think I started at verse 2. It is better to be in the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting, you know? For that is the end of all men, right? Because we brought out in Proverbs 31, all right, in verse 6, that hey, give strong drink, give wine and strong drink to a man that's ready to perish, man. You know? He's spiritually dead already, man. He's the walking dead, so he might as well physically perish, you know? So the spirit can be taken up and can be renewed, man, you know, and put back, hey, learn all over again. Come through the loins of the elect, you know? So it's woe unto them who run to Egypt for help, man. You know, your grace period is ending, all right? And woe to them who make their God, man, and ultimately serve the God of this world, man, which is Esau, all right? I'm gonna end off with a couple more scriptures. I'm gonna wrap it up. And this 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10, because it's ultimately about the money, the rat race, you know, because this whole system is built off of rat race, you know, getting jobs, placement in society, you know, and how much income annually, a year, and so on and so forth you can make, you know, when the damn money is fake to begin with, man. You know, you know, a fraudulent petrodollar, man. This system is built off of a fraudulent petrodollar that's worth nothing, man. And 2/3 of Jake sell out for it, you know. And this is 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows, man. Right. Just like that strong wine and that strong drink, you give it to a man that's ready to perish, man. He forget the law. You know, he's so caught up in this rat race. He's so caught up in the folly and the mirth, right? That he's forgotten judgment, you know. It's so sweet in his mouth, he's forgotten the bitter. And ultimately, it's going to pierce him with many sorrows, man. You know? And that's just simple and plain, man. From now, I want to go to Isaiah 52 and 3. And it reads, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. Right, man? And ultimately, you sell out for a fraudulent petrodollar that's worth nothing, you know, and you sell out for nothing, you know. And it's the Lord saying, hey, you sold yourself for naught, and you gonna be redeemed without money, man. You know, the Most High ain't coming to plead with all flesh, paying a ransom, man. You know, he's gonna plead with all flesh, but he ain't paying no ransom, man. He gonna repay a recompense, man. I like how that sound. You know, he's not paying a ransom for his people, man. He's coming to lay utter judgment and chaos and hell upon this place, man. You know, for his people, man. He's coming to repay a recompense, man. You know, Isaiah 52:3, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. You know, you'll be redeemed without money, man, whether you like it or not. You know, whether you believe it or not, man. Romans 3:3. The Lord ain't a liar, man. He's still gonna be faithful, man, whether you deny him or not, man. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Right, because he coming back with a wrecking crew. And flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God. Right, they know not God, man. And that's that Romans 1:20, man, that we was reading earlier, man. You know? And the Lord put him in that position where, hey, he gave them up to that vile affection, man, so they can be in that mirthly spirit, you know, that worldly spirit, so they can be rocked to sleep, man. So when he show up with his wrecking crew, all right, they're like a woman in travail, man. So it's a righteous thing with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. You know. So this is the rest, man. You know, repenting, you know, worshiping in spirit and in truth, and give me your testimony, man, with the hopes of being saved, man. Hastening the day for the Lord to render judgment upon this place known as America, Babylon, right? You know, and there's only few prophecies that come to pass, man. Revelations 13, right? And pertaining to this topic, the grace period, running up, man, running out. You know, the breaches being closed, you know, the famine of the word, you know, where the truth is going to be sealed, man, and you're going to be left with what you have mentally and spiritually have built up, you know. This Luke 18, I wanted Luke 18:8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Right. You know, because the elect is going to have faith on the earth, man. You know, we desire a new heaven and a new earth, which dwelleth righteousness, man. That's why we're hastening his coming, you know. So, he going to find faith on the earth, man, in his elect. You know, the remnant, those who he's going to save from destructions, the lamentations, mournings, and woe. All right. And this ultimately goes into the parable of the Pharisees and the publican, man. It was better for the publican than the Pharisees, man. The over-righteous much, you know, making a heavy laden himself and the people, you know. And that's a whole nother topic. But I'm going to jump from there. I'm going to go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right, man. You know, while them dreadful days is not upon us, you want to do the things pleasing to the Lord now. So you don't seem like a fake, you know. That's where the truth and sincerity comes in at, man. The remorse of knowing that you went off, and hey, that's where you acknowledging your offense, man, ultimately, and repenting and returning back to your heritage, man. You know, turning back to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and building yourself up spiritually and mentally to prepare yourself in that dreadful day of the Lord's test. You know, so it's you want to remember him in the days of your youth. You know, so you can spiritually build up that spiritual money, that spiritual bank account. So when you need to go in it, all right, when you need it, all right, when you need the Lord protection, when you need his salvation, his deliverance, his word is not going to come back void, man, because he's not a liar, man. You know? This is Luke 6. And 24. And it reads, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Right, man. Because you can care less about destruction, judgment, you know, the things that are coming upon this world, because you believe in the world, and you believe that Esau, all right, your father being the devil, all right, John 8:44, pertaining to 2/3 of our people. You know, if you're the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you have the tribe of Israel, you know, and they deny this truth, and they're ultimately going to get a judgment, man. And they're ultimately of their father, the devil, man. You know, and they're gonna get that judgment right along with that daddy Esau, man. You know, for not hearkening to the Lord's men. You know, for running after the money, the filthy lucre. You know, so it's woe unto you that are rich, man, and not only rich in finances, man, but rich with the philosophies, man, rich in spirit, man. You know, if you want to be, if you want to be rich in spirit, be rich in spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, not rich in spirit of the world, man. They got the spirit of this world, and they're rich in spirit, but the spirit in them is of this world. So woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation, man. You're full of the mirth, the folly, you know, and ultimately the Lord have to dispose you of it, man, with judgment, you know. And Yahweh Ratazah, hey, this lesson was edifying, pretty much just going into how hey, you know, YouTube is cracking down even more. All right, you're not going to be able to teach on YouTube, we're not going to be able to teach anymore on YouTube. And just as they're taking off this misinformation down, they ultimately coming after us, man. That's ultimately what it's for. You know, the truth, you know, the shadow ban the truth, you know. Yahweh Ratazah, this lesson was edifying. Shalom, Habatah, and DTA.